She almost canceled the blind date 3 times before leaving her apartment. Her phone lay on the bed, buzzing with the reminder, while she stood in front of the mirror doing something she had never done before in her life, trying to look less beautiful. Not less confident, not less clean, just less noticeable. A loose, faded sweater replaced the dress she had picked the night before. She tied her hair into a careless bun instead of letting it fall the way she knew people liked. No makeup, none at all. She even wore the old flats that pinched her heel slightly, just to give herself one more reason to want the evening to end early. This is just one coffee, she whispered to her reflection. 1 hour. Then it's over. She wasn't doing this because she hated blind dates. She was doing it because she hated what always came after them. Men who fell too fast. Men who loved the idea of her, not the reality. Men who complimented her smile but disappeared when they saw her fears, her ambitions, her scars. Somewhere along the way, she had learned that being attractive made people stay for the wrong reasons, and leave for the worst ones. So tonight, she decided to remove the attraction and see what remained. He arrived early. She noticed him the moment she stepped into the cafe, not because he was strikingly handsome, but because he looked present. Like someone who actually noticed the world instead of rushing through it. He stood up when he saw her, a little awkwardly, as if unsure whether she was really the person he was waiting for. "You must be her," he said, smiling with his eyes before his mouth caught up. She nodded, suddenly aware that her plan hadn't prepared her for kindness. They ordered coffee. Simple. No dramatic introductions. No exaggerated charm. And she felt oddly disappointed that he didn't look surprised by her appearance, didn't seem to measure her against expectations. She had hoped he would. The conversation started slowly, like a car engine on a cold morning. Safe topics. Work, family, the city. But then something shifted, not loudly, not suddenly. It was in the pauses. The way he listened without interrupting. The way he didn't rush to fill the silence with stories about himself. She caught herself talking more than she meant to. She told him about the job she almost quit but didn't, because fear and hope were always fighting inside her. She told him about her mother, who loved deeply but worried even deeper. She told him how she had learned to protect her heart by lowering expectations. He didn't laugh. He didn't correct her. He didn't offer advice. He just said, "That sounds lonely." And something inside her cracked. She noticed it then, the way he looked at her. Not at her clothes, not at her face, but at her, like he was trying to memorize the shape of her thoughts. She shifted uncomfortably. This wasn't part of the plan. "So," she said lightly, forcing a smile, "I should warn you, I'm not very good at first impressions." He smiled back. "That's okay. I'm not very good at pretending." They both laughed, and for a moment, it felt like something warm had settled between them. As the evening went on, she tried, subtly at first, then more obviously, to push him away. She talked about her flaws. Her impatience. Her tendency to overthink. Her fear of depending on anyone. Most people would have retreated politely by now. He leaned in instead. "Thank you for telling me," he said. "It helps me understand you." Understand. Not judge. Not fix. Just understand. When they finally stood to leave, she felt a strange disappointment again, this time because she wanted the night to continue. She hadn't felt that in years. Outside the cafe, the city hummed softly. He walked her to her car without touching her, without assuming anything. "I had a really good time," he said. She hesitated. This was the moment where she usually ended things. Before feelings grew. Before hopes formed. "I should tell you something," she said. He waited. I tried to look unattractive tonight. On purpose." The words hung between them, heavy and honest. He blinked once. Then he laughed. Not unkindly, not mockingly. Genuinely. "That explains the sweater," he said gently. She braced herself for rejection. For offense. For confusion. Instead, he said, "I'm glad you did." She looked up, startled. "Why?" "Because if this is you trying not to impress me," he said, "I can't imagine how incredible you are when you're not afraid to be yourself." She didn't know what to say. He continued, softer now. "Most people try to sell the best version of themselves on a first date. You showed me the real one. That takes courage." No one had ever called her fear courage before. They didn't kiss that night. They didn't make promises. They just exchanged numbers, and something quieter but stronger than excitement settled in her chest: trust. Over the weeks that followed, he stayed. When she wore makeup. When she didn't. When she was confident. When she was unsure. When she pushed him away out of habit, and when she finally stopped. She learned that attraction fades, but connection deepens. That being seen is far more powerful than being admired. That love built on honesty doesn't collapse under reality, it grows because of it. Months later, as she stood in front of the mirror again, getting ready for another date with the same man, she smiled. This time, she wasn't trying to be less. She was finally ready to be more. True love is not found by trying to impress or hide your flaws, but by having the courage to be honest and real. When someone falls for your true self, not your appearance, not your perfection, that love is deeper, stronger, and built to last.